inside the den with aaronebm. It's been a minute since I talked to you guys, so I was trying to catch up, see how everybody was doing, making sure that each and every one of you guys are sticking with the process if you are deciding to make the change like I did and be better to yourself and keep yourself healthy. Today is one of the few days that it's not 135 degrees outside, so it's been an interesting 2 or 3 weeks. I actually beat one of my personal records, one of my PRs. I think it was close to a little 8.5 miles, almost 9 miles, and it's tough. The experts out there tell you, or you listen to bodybuilders, it is important that you do, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever you can do. But running, to me, actually tests you not only physically but mentally as well. And I noticed that when you push your body to the brink, when you're running, when you're trying to make it past those personal records, when you push yourself to the brink of not wanting to do those exercises, you really begin to test how mentally strong you are. At first you don't want to do it, and your body feels like you can't push forward or you can't push on. And what you begin to realize as you do it over and over again, it is more so your mind mentally that is not wanting to feel the pain, not wanting to feel your lungs burning and running out of oxygen for your muscles. And the more and more you do it, the farther and farther you go and run, you realize that it's more so the mentally that your body doesn't want to go further. You mentally shut down first before your body breaks down. Running, everybody do a PR at least once a week. See how far you can run at least one day a week. And then once you do that and you go back into shorter distances, you realize how much better you start to get. Running is my place where I get my place of peace at. It really gives me a chance to push out all the noise, and it gives me a chance to really exercise, burn calories, and on a good 6 to 8 mile run, you can burn almost 1,000 calories. So I definitely will encourage anybody to start running, and it's easy. A lot of us are in a position, if you're somebody that's like me, get into a career and you get sedentary, it's kind of difficult to start somewhere. Walking and running is the easiest thing to do that you can do for yourself to get you into the realm of exercising and physical fitness. Start eating right and lifting weights and doing all this other stuff. A lot of times you're just not mentally ready to do all of that stuff at one time. So I suggest anybody that starts on that journey, start walking and running. And even before that, getting on a calorie restricted fast. It's almost like a steroid in itself, as far as, especially for the mind and spiritually. Fasting will put you in a place where you're already ahead of the game. Man, food, especially here in the West, and having the discipline not to overeat the food that we are exposed to is monumental. Once you know that you have the discipline, say if you go on a 24-hour water only fast, by the time you do that for a month, you have already built up the discipline to know that you can go into your new life, your new lifestyle, your training, your physical fitness, and you already know that I have the discipline and the fortitude not to go off and just fall off the wagon if I have, say, a piece of candy or if I have a couple chips, that I know that I'm used to not eating but only so many hours of the day if you do it like that. And then I really know, and I have the discipline, and I know I'm not going to go back to my old habits if I already have a mental toughness to not eat every other day. Once if I have control over my body and I'm not going to be ran by habits of bad eating and habits of eating everything that I want, everything else will kind of fall in the line. You know that you have the ability not to do that. So I know I also have the ability to stay consistent in my running, stay consistent in my weightlifting, stay consistent in getting better sleep, all of that stuff. That's something I would tell each and every one of you guys that are starting this journey. Start with some kind of fast. Do your research, of course. I'm not a doctor, so that's my disclaimer. I'm just a dude trying to tell you what I'm doing. Challenge yourself to do a fast for at least a month. I'm not saying do 3, 4, 5 days in a row. Some people do that, but I'm not, especially if you're highly active. Some people say you got to eat something every day, and some people do have to, but follow your body. It also gives you time when you're fasting to learn what your body's telling you, what your body is saying to you, what it is telling you you can or cannot do. It's all a learning time, a learning experience, and I had nothing but positive things behind it. So you guys, just here to check up. I'm doing okay. Not saying that I hadn't had a gummy bear. Not saying I haven't had a chip. Not saying I haven't had a Red Bull from time to time. We all do. But I know that that's not a daily thing for me. And then juices and all that other stuff is not where I want to be. So I appreciate it, guys. Whoever's joining the journey, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm always here for support, and tap in just like I tap in with you guys sometimes. Until next time, everybody. Peace.